Hello and welcome to another stream here on Behance and on YouTube. My name is Anna Daviscourt. I am a children's book illustrator. It is so good to see you guys today. I know my camera does not look as good as usual. This is my digital camera, my backup. Usually I'm working with this guy, which is a Sony a6000, and it does everything I have ever asked of it until the last stream. Honestly, I'm not blaming it on the camera yet. What I'm doing is going to replace a cable and see if that works. But anyways, sorry for canceling last stream last minute, because literally right as I was setting up the stream, for some reason the camera was not being recognized by OBS, and so it was a traditional stream. I really wanted to paint with you guys. I'm going to show you what I painted because it was so much fun. If you're a patron, then you've seen this because I've posted about it. But I drew these little, ignore this ugly sketch on the side, but the crows. I drew a bunch of little crows and I painted them in with some black gouache and then drew over them with some colored pencils. And it was so much fun, and I wish that I could have done it on stream with you guys because it was like a really straightforward, painless process, which I love for the stream. But we're gonna get the camera fixed. It's okay. We're alive. Also, I usually have a co-host here, my Anthony. My Anthony is still working, so I should say our Anthony because he is basically half of the stream. He's my co-host, and so yeah, we missed him a little bit, but it's good because he's working, and that's okay, and he's not, you know, being tortured or anything, so it's fine. Hello everybody in the chat. Kendall gets a gold star for being first saying hello. Hello Kendall, how are you? Oh, we've got Rynn, we've got Alessandra, and Julia. Oh my gosh, Julia gave me all of the supplies that I used for the crows, so thank you so much, Julia. Julia says they turned out so cute painted. They are so cute in person. I really wish, I mean, I'm getting better at it. I need to find the best way to document physical media because it's so good in your hands. You like feel it and you see it and it's just And someday I will learn to maybe like print them on postcards or something and have it show up as if it is a painted piece. Now, it's never going to be one-to-one because there's literally like when you see the page in the light of, you know, a light shining on it, you can see the quality of the like colored pencil over the gouache, and the gouache is kind of like matte and then the colored pencil makes it kind of shiny, so it's a cool effect. But the idea of just staying as true as possible is something I'm trying to get closer and closer to. My scanner is not the best, and photography for traditional media is very difficult. It requires good lighting and making sure you're like 90 degrees exactly onto the piece of paper and that the paper's flat and all that stuff, which, you know, I like to warp paper. Anywho's, it's what's it's. Today we're working digitally, so we don't have to worry about any of that. And honestly, I am like waist deep in a book right now, as in I am illustrating a book, and it's heavy on creative thought. So right now I am designing the cover, and it is just, it's a really intensive process. And so I feel a little bit drained creatively. So what I wanted to do with today's stream, because I was like racking my brain to think, what can we do that's going to be useful and like, oh, I could do something that's so good or whatever. And I'm like, you know what I want to do is just like sketch around and just goof off a little bit, because these streams are my break from work. Believe it or not. And so what I want to do is just free sketch a little bit, and I'm going to be scrolling through my Pinterest and just picking up whatever the heck I want and drawing, painting, whatever I feel like. So come with me on a journey of freedom, and I hope you guys are treating yourselves like that too, that you don't have to produce whatever XYZ you have on your list to make. Anyways, how is everybody doing today? You enjoying yourself? You having a good one? This is a little sketch that I just did like literally 5 minutes before the stream just to get warmed up a little bit. And Rynn says, squashing the gouache just right. You know it. Squash that squash the gouache. Kendall says, frogs and hats again? Oh, I love frogs and hats. It's true. I think, what was one thing I thought of earlier? I was thinking maybe painting like a moss cat, because I've done a moss person before, but I've never really done an animal that's just made of moss, which is fun. Just to give you guys a little sneak peek of some Pinterest stuff. This is my Pinterest right now, just what it's offering on my homepage. So many fun things. I have seen this piece so many times. I know the artist, but I can't remember their name at the moment. Who is this? It's Jamie Green, right? Is it? Yeah, it's Jamie Green. Okay, so check out Jamie Green at Jamie Green Art on Twitter and on Instagram. I can't remember if that's their handle as well, but oh my goodness. Oh, Jamie Green does the good stuff. This is just beautiful art. I love, like, talk about traditional textures and things like this. I think this was a traditional piece in their sketchbook and then they digitally, like, cut it together. But anyways, thank you so much, Rynn and Kendall, for posting the links. Oh man. And anyway, so yeah, I want to get like this kind of texture, not only in capturing my physical media pieces, but if I could get that texture in digital media, that would be quite nice. That's basically the goal for most people, I think, is like get the feeling of traditional in digital. And I've seen so many different brushes recommended and things like that. So maybe we'll play around with some brushes today as well. Definitely have a lot of patterny based things, which I love, love, love. Yeah, if you kind of look through, or if just scrolling through all of this, oh my gosh, so cool. You really get an idea of my taste in art, especially. There are so many things that I'm just like, I love this, I love this, I love this. I love all of it. Yes, please, more. So Pinterest understands me. And then of course one day I'll like look up something hyper specific and then it'll just be that for my feed forever. I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Okay, so I'm just gonna sketch, I guess. This is what I do now. And it said like I kind of warmed up here, but not really. So we're just gonna kind of roll with it. I've got a witch person. Oh, thank you, Kendall. You posted a link to my Pinterest. So yeah, if you are curious at all of the things that I have saved, see, this is my home screen. So it's taking things that I've saved and being like, this is similar. Maybe you like this. So the things I've saved are like my faves. Faves. Man, I want to do ceramics so badly. Oh, there are so many pretty things. Okay, what was I gonna do? Oh, a moss cat. I kind of wanted to paint that, so I'm just gonna real quick. I feel like it'd be like a really chonky cat where it's like round and rotund. Little something like that. Maybe flip up the tail a little bit more. Looks almost Tanuki-ish, but I don't mind. And then, I want to try out some different brushes. Oh, we've got the Brayer Boss. This one's great for some like, it reminds me of, what's that texture? There's a method of painting where you like paint on glass or some kind of flat surface, and then you put paper on the wet paint on the surface, and then you peel it back. Can't remember the name of that, but it has that kind of texture. Lauren Louise in the chat. Hello, Lauren. How you doing? Saying, I'm so in love with your work and I need you to know that. I am so appreciative. That's really, really lovely. Lauren, I know that now. Thanks to you. Thank you. Lauren also says, I just made a Behance to come join you sketching. Oh God, my heart. Okay, well, welcome to Behance. It's a lovely community here. I am simulcasting on YouTube and Behance. So if you're on Behance, or wait, if you're on YouTube, come hang out on Behance. It's a fun place. I'm going to use, oh yeah, this chunky charcoal is the chunky charcoal of my dreams. I think I definitely love lately, especially with the traditional pieces I've been doing, having a yellow or orange to work off of a lot of sagey greens and blues. So that color combo is just my favorite right now. You know how you go through phases of color? That's my phase. It's not a phase, Mom. Okay? I just love color. And as usual, I'm going to be using the tilde key to erase with the same brush that I'm painting with. So if you guys don't know that hot tip, use the tilde key. It's right above the escape key. here, and then I'm gonna go kind of grayish. I guess that's what I mean by sagey green, is like desaturated and mostly on the yellow side of the spectrum of greens. But when it's against that yellow, doesn't it look so much cooler? Not as in like, oh my gosh, so cool, but like cooler as in which I am kind of cold right now. Oh, Julia says, wait, I missed hotkey for what? The tilde key is right below your escape key. It's the one that has the little swoop, like the little yeah, that. That's the tilde key, and if you hold it down while using the brush, then you get to make an eraser of that exact brush. So it's a really nice way to just use your left hand for hotkeys, and all you do is like paint with one brush and then hotkey with another. And then I like to keep my thumb on the Alt key, and that allows me to select whatever color, and then I can do all the things I want with my left hand over there. Or Wacom and other tablets, I'm sure, usually come with a like little hotkey pad right here, and you can literally just program all the buttons to do whatever you want. It's funny, I know I can get really comfortable with that because I have in the past. I just, for some reason, took it off and started just using the keyboard. I can't tell you why. As in, I have no idea why. Rynn says, waltzing me tilde. I do not know what that is, but, oh, Julia says, Tilda Swinton. Exactly. Tilde Swinton. Is it tilde or tilda? I don't know what the pronunciation or whatever is. You guys are just putting little waves in the chat. But yeah, it is a lifesaver for digital art, I have to say. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit darker, a little bit cooler. And with moss and stuff, honestly, okay, I have a great reference, I believe, if it's still up here. No, it refreshed it, darn it. There's tons of moss reference, though. I honestly feel like I probably have a board for moss. Do I at this point? I should. I really should, Anna. Come on, get on it. I have a folder called Foliage Rendering, and yeah, that's got some good mossy stuff. Okay. I forgive myself. All right, I'll show you. So, yeah, good mossy and foresty stuff. Oh my goodness. This one inspired an entire piece. I remember doing something with this. Oh my gosh, actually a few pieces, I think. It's so beautiful. But yeah, the idea of like how moss clumps and grows and how there are multiple different kinds. It's not just like one thing. It's kind of like this, where it's just like can be all sorts of textures and colors. It's so fun. That's embroidery, by the way. But yeah, this is the world I love to live in. It's my comfort space. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Oh man, and I love how Loish is a fantastic artist, I'm sure you guys know of, but she captures so much movement in foliage, and I really love that, and I have to remember every single time I'm doing some kind of like, oh, I'm painting moss or something like that. It sometimes where'd it go? There we go. I lose it a little bit, and I don't want the individual, I want the whole folder. Weird. Okay, whatever. Sometimes I forget the power of brush strokes, and that it's not necessarily just that you're laying in colors, it's how you lay in the colors that really brings it to life. Just like this. Like, look at that. All those little marks come together to make something so alive, and just, it has an excitement to it. You can tell I'm an art nerd, right? I love it. Okay. Good. This is just putting stuff in my brain, just right now, just real quick. Just put that in the folder of braining. Rynn says, there's an old song called Waltzing Matilda. Oh my gosh, how perfect. Then, great reference, top notch, gotta say. Somebody's brain is working today. Kendall says, I am queen of pressing tab instead of tilde and just making all my panels minimize in Photoshop. My problem is I keep pressing it. And then just go back and forth. Rynn says, I only know about it because it was a preset on my old piano keyboard. Well, you still know it. Good job. Kendall's linking to Loish. Thank you so much for doing that. Loish is a fantastic artist. Go check out their stuff. And Rynn says, we love it. Art nerding is a shared trait here, methinks. I absolutely agree. Yes, there is no question. Y'all are art nerds as well. Okay, so I'm, yeah, just gonna kind of splatter spree here, which is not the best sounding thing, but trust me, it's good. And then I think I'll do a soft light layer to kind of add some more warm tones into the greens in overlapping ways. And I'll show you what I mean by that. And then I think I'll get more into the tufting and mark making and such. I think we don't really need the sketch right now. I'm definitely going to change up the brush because I don't like it all being one texture. It's pretty cool. Oh, and then for like, I don't know, there's something about shadow and like, I guess that's not the right spot to put that, huh? Because the head is kind of twisting this way. Anyway, sorry, what I was trying to say is lately I've been really drawn to pieces that have some kind of hard shading where it's almost like cell shading. I just wanted to like play with that and see if I could find something for myself that I really liked. So these colors are not really my jam yet, but that's why I'm going to be doing a soft light layer. Go in with maybe that Brayer Boss, add some more texture while also adding color. Definitely going in with like a red. Oh yeah. And I can turn down the opacity on this so it's not so intense. Or I could keep it as is. Who knows? It's our world. Some like light blues. Whoa. Yeah. Didn't love the purple, but I knew I wanted to go in on top with a different color. It's very similar. Okay, now tons of different like little bits in there. Kind of lost a bit of that overall greeniness. Maybe we could pump that up. Gotta make sound effects always. Let's see. Kendall says, I also hit the escape key a lot and can't figure out why nothing is happening. Or I hit my hit one and my layer is suddenly 10% opacity. This drives me crazy. I love that there are short, hotkeys and stuff, but I so do that all the time, Kendall. I'm right there with you. Ugh, so annoying. Yeah, I want some like strong oranges. So I'm gonna just collapse this and add them by hand. Yeah. Okay, I am really feeling this now. Suddenly I'm in the mood. Yay. So glad. Oh, interesting. This one doesn't work with tilde. I have found the limit. The limit does exist. Oh man. Oh, and Kendall says, a reminder to drink water and save your work if you're drawing digitally. Absolutely. I'm gonna save right now. Boom, did it. Are you proud of me? I'm just gonna go through and like try out some different brushes as we go, because why not? This is all experimental anyway. I'm already having so much fun. Thanks for being here, guys. I feel like this excuse to draw can really revitalize every once in a while, where it's like, oh yeah, this is why I love this. I forgot. Okay, so lump of moss right here. I also want some kind of like blendy brush at some point just to get some nice gradients that I can paint in here, but at the mo it's not super important. I guess this cat would be kind of calico, but of moss. Yeah? Rynn says, I think I've been spoiling myself with fresco too much. I need to experiment with Photoshop more. You know, there are no right and wrong answers. You just paint with what you want to paint with. I definitely have gotten very comfortable in fresco as well. And sometimes that makes me stay away from Photoshop more than I think is necessary. But for the most part, there's no reason to like have to use one thing over another. It's just whatever you're feeling at the moment. At least personally, I feel that way. I don't know. Maybe there is some reason I'm not thinking of that you would have to use one over the other. I guess access to the thing. Like James and I share an iPad. So if he's using it and I can't use fresco, well, I guess I have desktop fresco in that case. So I don't know. I guess if you have a Mac computer, you don't. Because I think that desktop fresco doesn't exist right now for Mac users, I think. But correct me if I'm wrong. Ooh, Kendall's gonna go make some tea/broth. Can you share with the class? I would like some, please. Thank you. Would you like tea, darling? The kettle's on. Anybody have a cool drink that you're having right now? Other than Kendall, obviously, who's having the coolest drink. All I have is water, which, again, we should remember. Sip, sip. So, lately, I have been having the most just scatterbrained dissonance with not only art, but I think just existing. Although I have to say, like, right now, art is so much of my life. Just because I'm busy with the book, and I'm also trying to figure out like my plan for the year in general, because you know how when you do taxes, you kind of realize where your money comes from? I'm like, oh man, I feel like I need more income sources, and yet I've been working this entire time to like cultivate income sources. It's so silly, but the work never ends. But anyways, it was one of those things that just, I don't know, my brain started going into scatter mode lately, where it's just all over the place. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this, just sketching, because I couldn't decide. I just couldn't decide. What did I want to paint? What do I want to make? And so leaving it open to anything and everything is kind of my way around that. I need a different background color. Let's put it on a sagey. Well, I guess white works too. But putting it in its environment, yeah. That's better. Not perfect, but better. Anyway, so I was talking about scatterbraininess. Yeah, and when I hit that kind of mood, usually time is one of the biggest factors to just help me out of it, but also writing things down in terms of like if I need to get stuff done, and kind of organizing myself in a way that's not just in my brain. So that's been my challenge lately, and part of that is also stylistically, like on the book that I'm doing, I kind of have to stay with what I've been doing style-wise, but in my my artwork for Patreon and for the streams and stuff like that, I feel like there's just such an opportunity to shift, and it's like, I don't know, it's an endless horizon kind of thing where it feels like I could just keep going and going and going, and I don't know where my end destination is, which is a little scary, but also freeing. It's better than feeling like I have to do one thing, for sure. But I wonder, do you guys ever feel that? You ever feel like you want to try everything? But not knowing if what you end up with after trying everything will be what you truly want. I don't know. It's, I guess, part of trusting the process of exploration. Oh, I suppose. Okay. I need to figure out what bushels have what texture, I suppose. I'm gonna just look up a good straight up moss reference. Not art of moss, just moss. Okay, good. This is the image that I was looking at earlier and then it refreshed and went away. So I need to save this to foliage, sure. Whoops. But yeah, look at this guy. So much mossage. Oh, I love it so much. And the cool thing is it just shows the form that it's over as well. It's so shapy. Oh, Rynn, you're so sweet. You linked to my Patreon. Yeah, the Patreon is one of the places that's definitely like a potential for so much. And I sometimes dream of the day where I'm just like, oh man, if I could just subsist off Patreon for like a good chunk of things and then do books. Oh, how amazing would that be? It's nowhere near that right now, but the idea of that is something that makes me very excited, because then I truly am only limited by my imagination, which is something that I think everybody wants very much. Rynn says, oh, most definitely. I think wanting to try everything is part of having a creative soul. It's essential to how we grow because we are constantly learning. Absolutely, I agree. Yeah, it's just part of life. And it's a great part of life, I have to say. Most of the time it feels very exciting. Like that's where you get those moments of inspiration and stuff like that. But then also sometimes it feels a little frustrating, especially if you can't immediately satisfy that urge to go try something new, or you don't know if like trying something new would yield what you need it to yield, which is such a dumb thing to have to think about. Especially in art, you can't really think like that. Can't afford to. If you start thinking about just, oh, will this have the end result that I need, then your soul will die real quick and your art will reflect it. So, my question for this piece is, do I want it to have depth, or do I want it to be kind of like a flat, shapy, textural? Or can I meet both requirements of my brain? Well, I like that. I like what I just did with the ears. What if, okay, I have an idea. What if the whiskers were like long strands of like little stems, but then at the end they had like little poofs? You know, at like the little weeds that poof away when you make a wish. Cute. Oh my gosh, cute. I love it. I also even kind of like the wobbliness of the stems. That was just because my hand isn't very steady. But I like that. I like that a lot. Kendall, how is your beverage? And Rynn, your words always make sense. You're so eloquent. Longer? Yeah, I think longer. Ah, I love it. They're so cute. Kendall says, it's so hot, I'm waiting for it to cool. Oh no! Oh, whoops. Oh, almost knocked my water over. I think I forgot to share to Twitter, so I'm going to do that real quick. Boom. Nailed it. D Ross, what's good? How's it going? Rynn says, brain doesn't feel like it connects things adequately sometimes, hence my tendency to over-explain. No, I totally understand that. The feeling of like, I don't want to be misunderstood. I don't want to be misunderstood, so I have to keep talking about it until you for sure get what I'm saying. I understand. Hey, Lauren says it's honestly so nice being able to see your creative process. I feel like I've stepped into a new world. Oh my gosh, you're so complimentary, Lauren. Thank you so much. I think that seeing everybody's process, I totally feel the same way. Like every single artist brings something new to the table where you can just see like, they think this way. Oh, this part. Oh, I could pick up on that. I like that. Or sometimes like how do they do? I do not understand. That's part of life. D says, hanging in there amidst everything. Thanks for the shout out. Always, D. Thanks for being here. And D says, it's all you, all you today. Yeah, Anthony is working on a project for most of February. So we'll see when he's available / if this month. But hopefully you guys can subsist off just me. It's like a throwback, you know, to when I first started streaming. Do you guys remember the olden days when I was without Anthony, and then one time he called in on my cell phone and tried to read chat to me? It was ridiculous. And that is the drawback of one of the drawbacks of not having Anthony here is I will be a little bit slower on the painting side and probably a little slower also on the chatting side. So it's just one of those, you know. It's nice to have somebody to help with that, but the main difference is I don't have my buddy here with me. I miss my boy. Rynn says, what if the little moss cat had a sculpture with fiber optic whiskers? Oh, was a sculpture with fiber optic whiskers. Please make that, Rynn. Can you do that? I think you could. D says, agreed. Every artist has their own process. It's fascinating. It really is. That's why I love watching or seeing all the streams that happen on Behance. The Canadian Pulse on YouTube, who is also D, says, how does one help Lady Anna? Let's see. I think you're doing it. I think you're doing all you can to help. Thank you for doing so. I really appreciate it. I pressed the Windows key and started typing in it. Okay, there we go. You know how it happens. Darn you, Windows. I want some like little marks to differentiate the types of moss. So I'm gonna do yeah, little stuff like this. Doesn't have to be exact. I'm still just like kind of paint sketching this guy. Beep, 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 beep. Elisandra's asking, how was your weekend and where is Anthony? Anthony is working right now and my weekend was great. Actually, it's funny. I took a big step away from the internet over the weekend, partially just by, you know, chilling out and not looking at stuff, but then also partially because our internet went down on Sunday, I want to say. Yeah, we woke up and there was no internet. And James recently just bought a DVD of Looney Tunes. It was a Warner Brothers collection of like their best animated whatevers, and so we got to watch some of that, and it's very interesting to see those old cartoons. Some of them, I mean, it's like a great learning experience animation wise and everything, and the character designs, I mean, there's so much love put into them, but then it's also from a very different time, so some things you happen upon you're like but they exist the way they do, and we can just learn from that. And it was really nice to have something physical to watch so that we could still have entertainment and not feel like we were being cut off from the rest of the world too much without internet. Which is so funny. It's like immediate. It's almost like having the power out. You feel like, oh, I don't have internet. Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to survive? Which is definitely a modern issue. Okay, so if we have like longer guys down here, I'm gonna look at more. Where did my Pinterest go? It ran away from me. I just put it behind another window. I have like 15 windows open right now. It's kind of crazy. Rynn says, "Aw, throwback weekend." I can't even read the rest. Oh, come on, you can do it. There we go. Throwback weekend, and I seeing old cartoons from a new light, from where we were. Oh, when we were little. Boom, I can read. From when we were little is very different. Absolutely. And those cartoons were made so long ago. Even when I was young, they were pretty old. So it's definitely a trip to see them now and just kind of like, especially being in the art industry, I don't know, appreciating a little bit more of what the artists put into it, how much time and effort every little over exaggerated movement was. They really put a lot of love into it, honestly. Also, there was a really meta episode called Duck Amuck, which I would highly recommend if you can find that. It was very artist oriented. That's all I'll say. This one's almost like grass, but it's just like a long moss. And again, trying to use like the directional lines to guide the eye a little bit. I can even curve in different directions. I love this because it kind of mimics cat fur as well. Although we do not have to get this intense. This could be just like a little thing, not like a, oh my gosh, keep zooming in, it's got so much detail kind of thing. That's another thing, like what I was talking about earlier about trying to find the style that you want to go forward with, but like also wanting to try everything. I, even in one painting, will feel so torn about like what kind of style I want for it. Which is so excessive. Like, how far can you go to feel like you don't want to choose? Maybe that's the indecisive qualities I have. Just being like, no, I will not choose whether I want to render or keep flat. But it's fine. All of this, I feel like I don't know, I sound like I'm complaining, but I would just want to discuss because I think it's fascinating. How different people, like, I don't know, figure out what they really want to stick to and what they don't. Oh my gosh, Kendall found it. Oh wait, no, it was Rynn. Rynn found it. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, I was reading names. Rynn found Duck Amuck on YouTube and linked it in the chat. Thank you for that. Kendall says, don't leave tech completely because iPad and phone life. But I definitely enjoy the weekends. I'm out and about, so I don't get to the computer. Absolutely. Even just the ability to, I don't know, depart slightly is really, really important, I think, just mentally. The ability to, not necessarily that you do it all the time, but when you do it, that you don't feel like you are, I don't know, hurt by the lack of internet or whatever. Like, I don't want to be addicted to looking at my phone every 5 minutes or whatever. So I know that Anthony did that actually. A thing for his mental health was taking a lot of social media off of his phone so that he has to use the computer if he really wants to look it up, and it's not always readily accessible, which I think is very smart because it doesn't need to be at all. And think of the detriment that it does to your brain when you're just like, oh, I need to see this 24/7. I need to distract myself constantly. What does that do? But I'm sure everybody talks about this, so it's no new revelations, but just another reminder. Alessandra says, instead of how low can you go song, Anna, lol, it's how far can you go? How far I'll go. Everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. That's Moana, by the way. I think it's funny that, like, just picking a few textures for the different colors of moss on here makes me feel so much more controlled. I'm just like, okay, I kind of get it now. I guess that's natural as well. Just figuring out how to render a thing makes you much more confident. Like, okay, I have some kind of hold, some kind of foothold here. Now I can climb this mountain. Should we use this like dark red orange for the eyes? Need to handle this more like a sketch and less like a painting. I don't care how this turns out. This is rough. Loosey goosey, baby. I like him. First try mouth. 1 pip. Baby. Or should I do a light pip? Light pip, dark pip. I like it. Rynn says, and insert Moana earworms. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh my gosh. Kendall says, I find social media on my desktop is actually where I go downhill scrolling. I have to put Chrome extensions to keep me off. That's a great thing. You know that about yourself. Amazing. Kendall also says, also, there is a borderline confusion of, is it work or is it fun being on social media? Especially when you're using it for inspo and reference or research. Agreed. It's to the point for me. Sorry, one sec. It's to the point for me words. It's to the point for me that I don't use Instagram for fun at all anymore. Pinterest is fun, but I also use it much more for inspo than like for just like, oh, I'm scrolling for funsies. It's much more like I'm scrolling because I want to find something. There is a purpose there for sure. I think these tufts might be too big. Just to cut it down a little bit. Sure. And then like Twitter, I guess, is more of a keeping up on the social aspect of like connecting to other artists. However, I don't really post very often anywhere, honestly. Like Patreon gets like most of my posting, and then the socials, they just bring me so little joy anymore. I don't like almost anything about them. And it's not just because like, oh, the algorithm makes it so that it's less discoverable or whatever, which is a downer for sure. You get less attention now. But it's also just, I don't know, it became like a burden. I think the residency honestly did change my view of socials a bit. Although it changed it for the better in the beginning and for the worse by the end, I think. In the beginning, I was like, oh my gosh, I can get so much growth. And I felt almost like it gamified it, where I was like, okay, I'm going to get this much and I'm going to do this well and blah, blah, blah. And like, I could do that. I could physically like make a difference in my following and stuff. And I did grow a lot, mostly thanks to the residency, of course. And then by the end, I felt like I was just on this routine of I have to keep up with it. And that depleted my ability to update it. You know, the second that you feel like you have to do something, it changes how it goes. So that, it was a big factor in just feeling a big cool off of especially Instagram. And then Twitter, I just, oh man, it saps my energy just to read it. So I mean, it's good information to keep up on a lot of times, but it's not something I necessarily like feel I want to interact with. Do you know what I mean? You can just read from afar, like a lurker. Because that's what I am. I lurk. And I know there are lurkers watching this stream, and I feel you, okay? I lurk all the time. I was literally watching Ryan's stream before I started mine, and did not say a peep. Because I was setting up my stream. By the way, there are awesome streamers here on Behance. If you haven't, I know that a lot of you are already involved with their streams and everything, and I love that. But if you haven't checked anybody else out, definitely do so, because they are awesome. And they are making cool things every single day. I want to make this like a more detailed, but I don't wanna. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, I have the urge to paint out like little ferny shapes over here on this backside. Like over here, I could just, come on. Did I do something wrong? Interesting. It's not letting me space key select and move. Weird. Oh, I must have done something. Something here in the navigator is being weird. All right, I'm going to save just in case if there is something going wrong. Let's see. Kendall says, I have to do limits on my phone for weekends, though, because without desktop, I spend the entire time watching TikToks. I can spend an hour in there unintentionally. Ugh, I feel you. It's not zooming in or out anymore. Did I break something? Do you guys know? I'll bring back Navigator and see if that works. Yeah. Hello. Hello, Photoshop. Okay, saving again, and then let's go back to the big face and maybe I can restart it. I'm going to catch up on the chat. Kendall says, one of today's rabbit holes was on Twitter. I tried 4 different times to get off it before I finally set my nuclear mode on stay focused. Blocks all the social medias I add to it. That's amazing. I love it. Oh, good for you. That's weird. Do I have 2? What's going on? All right, close Photoshop. Opening it back up. We shall see what happens. Anyways, I totally agree. I love that you have that, Kendall, because it shows such a self-awareness to be like, okay, I know I have to cut it off at a certain time. Oh man, Kendall also says, I feel like Photoshop is having some problems today. I had to restart my computer to get Timeline to work. Oh no. Yeah, that happens every once in a while. It's unfortunate, but we soldier on. Okay, I'm back. Haha. So what I'm gonna do, and it's not going to layers, so yeah, it's definitely just like slowing down for some reason. Maybe it's a 1-hour stream. I don't know. It happens sometimes. Yeah, for some reason it's not being controlled by my mouse. Like I'm clicking and nothing's happening. Elisandra says, hope you had a good weekend, Anna. Oh, thank you. I did. Oh, there we go. Okay. It did something. All right. Now I can control it. Whoop, whoop. It's always scary when that happens because I don't know what it's going to bring up, especially. So when you're trying to click around and make things happen, sometimes it'll just be like, boom, 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 boom. Everything you clicked on happens all at once. So I always wonder, like, what did I do? Oh no. I'm going to make this guy bigger just for funsies. And Alessandra says, we got some more snow. Sigh. Shaking my head. I am so sorry. I hope that it melts for you sometime soon. Alessandra says, so tired of the snow and shoveling. Ugh. I know. Well, whenever we get snow in the Pacific Northwest, it's an intense, like, we are not ready for this kind of moment every single time. So I hope that where you are at least somewhat ready as a community for this kind of thing. Remember to drink water. Jake's in the chat. What's up, Jake Green? Saying, it's Anna. It's true. It's me. It's not me and Anthony. It's just me. You guys are my Anthony now. You are the captain. Hello and welcome. And how are you doing, Jake? How was your weekend? Happy belated Valentine's Day to everyone. That was yesterday, right? Yeah, I know when things happen. Oh yeah, and over the weekend, I believe the big game happened. I'm so out of the loop. Jake, I was telling them earlier that I have been kind of offline for a few days, somewhat by choice and somewhat because our internet went out on Sunday, but it was just, I don't know, I feel like I'm catching up with the world again now. Which is great. You know, I love being unplugged. At least a little bit. Yeah, Jake says this weekend was pretty oof. I'm so sorry. Oh, but you just picked up your first pair of first pair of glasses like in your life? Like you've never had glasses before? Oh, whoa. Anthony Jackson says, well, I'll be Anthony since my name is already Anthony. Hey, you're halfway there. All right, so Anthony Jackson is going to be my co-host. Welcome. Oh man. And Kendall says, ooh, fun. Kendall's a very big glasses fan. Glasses. Kendall says, I have to schedule my eye doc appointment. That reminds me. Hey, you're doing good stuff. Reminded people. Jake says, you're always Anthony to me, Anthony Jackson. Agreed. And Rynn has an eye appointment tomorrow. Oh my gosh, all the cool kids are getting their eyes fixed. I want to get my eyes fixed. No, I love that you guys are going to eye appointments. Take care of yourself for sure. But also, I'm good not knowing that my eyes are getting worse. Nah, I know they are. Sometimes I look up from the computer and I'm like, everything's blurry. This isn't good. I've also done that with traditional artwork though too. Totally no screens, but I'm just looking so intensely and focused on something that's very small and like right there on my face. So I think it just hurts the eyes over time. Would not recommend, especially for a livelihood. I mean, it's fun, it's great, just ruins your eyes. Kendall says I have only glasses these days. I always pretend I'm going to wear my contacts. I understand that completely. I had contacts for like 2 years, and you know, it was like the ones that you think like dispose of pretty quickly, which now I look back and I'm like, oh, that's probably is some landfill somewhere. It's just full of contacts. Ooh, creepy. But also, after that, I just never got them refilled. I was just like, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I would rather not go to an appointment or anything rather than see, which is a horrible attitude to have about anything health-wise. But especially with eyes, if you have glasses, you're pretty much good, right? I don't think there's a huge drawback. But again, I might not be considering something. Jake says, I'm going to have to get used to seeing like this and looking like this, lol. Oh, can we get a picture in the chat? Or not the chat, what do you call it? The Discord. By the way, we have a Discord. There's a link in the description if you want to join. Jake says, I can see everything now. Oh my gosh, that feeling is the best. Alessandra says, yeah, I just came back from my eye doctor appointment. Oh, man. Oh. So I got to increase the lens for your left eye. Interesting. Do you have an astigmatism? Something like that, where it's like one eye is affected? D says your art is beautiful. Thank you. Just making a, you know, mossy kitty. Honestly, I think we're good on sketching this guy. He was just supposed to be like a little warm up. So he's a fun one. Oh yeah, this is the same, what do you call it? The same file as our little sticker guy. I have not worked on him. But I just wanted to sketch freely today, so I was thinking about working on the sticker, but I really didn't like feel it immediately, so that's why we're just free sketching, baby. Okay, so I'm looking through, oh my gosh, there's so many cute things on Pinterest. I'll just look with you guys because I feel selfish whenever I only look for myself. Oh, and apparently Adobe Live is simulcasting us. Hello! Welcome. I am Anna Daviscourt. I'm a children's book illustrator. Today we're just free sketching. We were just working on a little mossy kitty, and now I'm looking through Pinterest to find some more inspo for just whatever we want. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh, so cute. Ah, I love him. Adorable. Adorable. Anyways, so I'm just gonna look through. I have a lot of fashion stuff too because I love interesting clothing, especially like witchy or vintage vibes. Excellent, excellent. Need to reflect that more in my wardrobe when I someday have money. I'm just gonna become like, I don't know, the ancient queen of the high forest. Someday I'll be Galadriel. Oh my gosh, and I'll wear stuff like this. What the heck? Oh, it's so cool. I love capes. Why don't we have more capes? Oh, look at that moss. Dang, that's mossy moss. So imagine that you see this mossy forest robed in mist and the branches are heavy with lichen, and suddenly one of the rocks just turns towards you and it's a little moss cat, you know? It's just a moss cat. Oh wait, no, I don't have him open. Here, look. There's the moss cat. He looks at you and he says, "Follow me. Adventure awaits." But like less creepily. Know what I mean? Okay. Enough of that moss dalliance. Ooh, patterny things on black backgrounds. Since we've been doing our traditional paintings, I've been very into dark backgrounds. Just mentally. Not that I've been doing it a bunch, but that I want to do it a bunch. Look at those shoes. Oh my gosh, I love it. So cool. Oh, little baby dragons. Okay, so I wanted to also do salamanders today. I'm wearing my salamander shirt from Fawnwood. And so maybe I could do a little salamander. Because I also drew one that I wanted to paint with gouache. Wow, look at that tree. That's a great tree. More moss. They know what I like. And crocuses, you guys. It's going to be spring someday. And crocuses are going to be blooming. Oh, so cool. Look at this guy. Dang. That's cool. Love gravity defying hair. Ceramics. Mushrooms. That's so beautiful. Hot dang. Look at those gills. Don't ever get them dirty. It'd be so hard to clean in there. Strawberries. Okay, sorry. This is just my brain today. As you can tell, I am all over the place. Cannot help it. Not going to deny myself the joys of just hopping. Okay, so what do I want to do? Let's start with... Oh my gosh. That's so pretty. That's so pretty. In the forest, you can be as loud as you want. That's great. Oh, I love it. Okay, what am I going to do? I do love, especially when we're talking about snow and things, when the ground is a negative white space. It just makes me so happy. There's something about it. Really brings joy to my heart, my soul. Okay. Stop scrolling. Stop scrolling for now. Just pick one, maybe two things that you want to do. I'm gonna do, let's just keep rolling with moss and go salamander. What do you think? A? Oh, you guys are talking glasses and blue light coating and all that jazz. Rynn says, I have blue light on my glasses, but I have thinning retinas and I'm extra sensitive to all light. Oh, man. Kendall says, I envy people that can do things without glasses. Can never do anything without glasses. Yeah, I think that it's kind of a magical power to be able to just not think about stuff and go out the door. It's kind of like, I envy people with short hair who can just be like, oh yeah, I washed it and then it was dry. I'm like, oh, the pain of waiting for everything to dry. My life. So this is kind of what I drew in my sketchbook the other night. Just a little wonky, long, looks like a snake, but then I put like little arms on it. And it's a little salamander friend. And then, let's see. Oh, and one thing I love doing with lizards in general is like you know how like arms, you know how arms and legs, they can be like equal widths apart, that like thickness. With lizards, I love doing like it gets thicker as it goes down. So towards the foot, it's just like thick. Something about that that's very satisfying. And I think that's what they have in How to Train Your Dragon. I love Nico Marley's work all day. It's just so good. But those dragons are something else. They're fantastic. I have to look up what kind of feet salamanders have because I am not familiar, but that's something for a future me. Yeah, I think I want it more forward. Maybe this guy should be more bent like that. Something like that? I don't know, maybe. Jake says, I like the tapering thickness too. Hey, what a eloquent way to say that. Jake also says they've got little wormy fingers. Not gross at all. Not gross at all. Kendall also has thinning retinas and had several tears and have to watch for floaters always, or tears, not tears. Wow, my brain. Tears. That's scary. I'm so sorry. Alessandra says, haha, same here. I envy people who can do without glasses. Hi, haha, everyone in my family wears glasses. Yep, same with mine. Left eye just dent work. Well, I can't see distance. It's all blurry. Oh, that's unfortunate. I have a weird thing. I don't know what to call it, but they said basically like it was a what do you call it? Okay, so it's an issue that usually takes so long to develop. I would be like 80s or 90s before I see any impact from it. So hopefully that is true for me. It might not always be that way. So they said like, hey, come in regularly so we can keep an eye on it. Eye on it. So I need to go back and get another one of those. They do like a full 3D scan of the eye kind of thing. And hopefully it's nothing too bad. But who knows? We just deal with what we got, you know? Everybody's got something. Jake says, I get it. And then he said, I get it. Oh, and Rynn says, Noodlemander. I agree. Noodlemander Jones. Mr. Scamander. Noodlemander. Can we noodle? Noodlemander. Yes, we nan. Sure. Because salamanders, like, what are they? They're basically like little snakes with legs, right? Right? Do I know what a salamander is? They're interesting. They're little water puppies. Well, I guess those are seals. Seals are such water puppies. My gosh. Gotta love those guys. Once again, sound effects. Essential. Oh my gosh. Alessandra says, Anna, did you do monkey paws yet? I have not. Let's do monkey paws. I, unfortunately, again, do not have the monkey paws screen because I have not updated it. So I'm going to save my file. We're going to go to the big face. And let's do monkey paws. If you are new here, this is our hand stretch session. I'm going to walk you through it. So just follow my commands. So to start, we're going to put our arms, well, sorry for the elbow crack. We're going to put our arms straight out in front of ourselves, fingers to the sky, palms away, and then we're going to curl our fingers into what we call a monkey paw. Ooh, ooh, ah. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Good job. Rynn says, salamander fingers, sticky, 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 claw, claw, claw. Wow, what a stretch. Literally, you get it, you get it. All right, second pose is we put our fingers to the ground and palms towards ourselves and then curl our fingers in. Sticky, 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 claw, claw, claw. I think maybe it works. I don't know. Third pose, we flip our hands out, palms away and fingers to the ground, and then we curl them in. Ooh, ooh, ah. I'm just going to go ooh, ah. And then, fourth pose, we put our fingers to the sky, palms towards ourselves, and curl them in. Ooh, ah. And then we just repeat these poses, holding for about a second each, around 10 times, so that we get a nice stretch in our tendons and our wrists. And this is just a reminder to take care of yourself. Whatever aches and pains you might be feeling, make sure to stretch or ice or rest or whatever you need to do. Burp, hiccup, who knows what I just did. Drink water for sure. Maybe close your eyes to give them a break from the screens since we're talking about eyes so much. Also, I've heard for eyes, it's good to look into the distance as much as possible. And also during like sunny days, trying to get out there and get some sunlight and eye stuff going. Also, there's an exercise that I read about a million years ago, and it's basically if you can see, like, say, a tree hundreds of feet away, and then there's like a pole in front of the tree, try focusing your eyes on the pole and then the tree and then the pole and the tree and like going back and forth in focus without moving your eyes like physically, but like just changing the focus of what you see. So that's supposed to help a little bit with exercising your eyes. There, I closed my eyes for a while. Alessandra says, I follow you, Anna. That was a pretty corny joke. How many eye puns can we get? Rynn says, the far-fetchedness of it all is what makes it work. Exactly. Exactly. That's all we need. Far-fetched. 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 Man, I love Pokemon. I've heard good things about Arceus. Is anybody out there playing it? It seems like most people are like, there could be improvements, but also this is the right direction for Pokemon. They want more games like this. All right, so when we're done, we just gently shake out our hands so that we can loosen them back up. With this webcam, it looks like I'm all over the place because of motion blur. Oh, and I'm going to just stretch my shoulders back and everything because, man, I feel like my shoulders are pretty sore today. Oh, maybe do this. Oh, yeah. Rynn says, Arceus is fantastic. Yes. Oh, and Joe's hitting the chat with a little, oh, hey there. Hey, Joe. How you doing? You having a good day so far? Anthony Jackson says, Arceus is addicting. Oh yeah. And Joe says, new setup. More like old setup. Yeah, this is a webcam because my camera is not connecting to OBS for some reason. And so I am getting a replacement wire. Oh, okay, so we're going to do some neck stretches real quick. I'm going to put my ear as high as I can on each side. Ooh, listen to the sky. And then you go over to the other side. Definitely need to do this. Kendall says, oof, I wish I could do that stretch right now, but I hurt something under my arm. Oh, I'm so sorry. And then we look to the side as far as is comfortable. And back again. And over. Woo. Haha, we did it. Wiggle my leg noodles. Joe says, I definitely didn't take a surprise nap. I love a good surprise nap. Love and hate, you know? If you didn't have anything planned, that's great. Cheers to y'all. You're amazing. Drink your water. Take a nice little surprise nap, you know? All of the above. So, yeah, my camera is having issues with the computer, so we have a webcam. And I feel like I've just, I don't know, lost a bunch of my OBS stuff, like all of the, we had a monkey paws screen, it was going so nicely and it was all set up, but then Anthony has work this month and so it's a single setup, so it's just me and all of my things are set up for 2 people, so I would have to hop into Photoshop and like reformat stuff, which it's not a lot of work, I know it's not, but I am a busy lady at the Mo, and also my brain capacity is at like nothing. So making dinner each night, that's what takes up my brain capacity, whatever I have left. All right, so we've got these guys. I'm still not in love with the leg placement, so I might zhuzh some of these guys. Instead of redrawing, I'm just gonna transform. What I love, though, is them not being exactly parallel to each other on the body, where they're kind of wonky and weird. I like that. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Oh, I rewatched Paddington last night. That was lovely. What's your guys' comfort movie at the moment? Because that was definitely a comfort movie. There's some things in it where I'm like, but very few. I shouldn't be complaining, honestly, on the scale of like good movies. But it kind of, I don't know. There's just like subtle things that bother me, like the dad dresses as a female maid and it's like played for a laugh, and it always just irks me so much when men in traditionally women's clothing is played for a laugh. I know it's something that Paddington is not the movie to complain about. There are much more egregious things, but also it's one of those things that sticks out in my mind where I'm just like, Oh, Jake says, how was your internet break, Anna? Was it nice to disconnect for a while? Honestly, yeah. I feel like I have a lot to catch up on. So it's kind of like when you take a vacation from work, but then you get back and you have 15 emails and you're just like, oh no. But it's not exactly like that because it's like catching up on the Discord. Like I have no idea what you guys have been up to on the Discord for the last few days just because I've been disconnected. Discord connected. You get it? You get it? And then other things don't really bother me to miss. Like I don't care what was going on Twitter. I don't care what was going on Instagram. Honestly, nothing goes on Instagram. It's just a collection of things. Although I have seen, okay, so this is the thing. You know how on Instagram they said this is going to be like a video site now instead of like an image sharing site, and they want it to be much more video oriented? I'm seeing so many artists that I love making video content, which is cool. Like I love seeing their content no matter what form it takes. But it's one of those things that makes me sad to think like, oh, are we all collectively just saying like, I guess we have to do this now, even if we hate it? I want people to be able to make things because they want to and not because literally they're being forced to because of some CEO's decision to try to be TikTok or whatever. Anyways, complaints. That's what the stream is. Kendall says, ugh, this has been a very medical episode of stream. Very medical. I'm so sorry. Rynn says, oh, Paddington is adorable. It really is. It's such a good thing. Anthony Jackson says, Shrek the Third is my comfort movie. I need to watch it again. Absolutely. Shrek the Third. Oh, such good memories of the Shrek movies. I think the fourth Shrek movie Anthony and I got to see like before it was screened anywhere because of his uncle had like a secret ticket to an event or something. It was interesting. Rynn says, somewhat recently, recently when I was in a bad mood, I put Worst Witch on Netflix. Cute, cheesy little witchy show. Cute. Oh, I love that. Especially when it has like the right vibes for you, where you're just like, I want something witchy. Boom. There you get it. I think I made like a little bit of a core memory. I don't know if that's really a core memory, but anyways, when we first watched Halloween Town, which was like last year. It was so recent. I had never seen it. James had never seen it. We threw it on in the background as I was making an IKEA shelf, and for some reason that just stuck in my memory as such a good time. I don't know why. Just Halloween Town and building IKEA furniture. That could be my heaven. Jake says, not a comfort movie, but movie related. I just started playing the Jurassic Park Evolution game, and it's so fun. I didn't think it would be as fun and comfortable to play as it has been. Boom. What is that for? What's the game? What's the engine? I'm curious. That's awesome. And Ibrahim's in the chat saying, hello, everyone. Hello, Ibrahim. How are you doing today? You having a good one? We are just making a little goofy salamander, I suppose. Oh no, that mouth made him look like salad fingers real quick, and I didn't like it. Boop, boop. There, a little nose in Schnazenberg. Yeah, let's paint this guy. I think his design is solid enough. And then, by the way, this is just a free sketch session where I'm just drawing whatever I want to do or painting it or whatever. So I encourage y'all to do the same. If you're feeling like it, you should do it. We made this little moss cat, and I think I might just steal some of his colors to put on this salamander. Because why not? Why not take a crazy chance? Why not do a crazy dance? Name that movie. Or is it the show? I don't know. Rynn says salamander fingers? Anthony Jackson says Shrek 4. I haven't watched that yet. Maybe I'll watch that instead. You know, honestly, it's really hard for me to remember the Shrek movies by their numbers because just a lot melds in the mind. But I believe that Shrek 4 wasn't necessarily the best of the Shreks. But if you haven't seen it, why not expand your Shrek knowledge? That's what I say. Love this texture blocker from Shauna's brushes because it has like built-in nuance to the color. It just kind of shifts it a little bit. It's like, see what I mean? Little slight variations in the color. And it goes. Oh man. Jake says I'm playing on the PS5, but I think it's on every platform. I love that. PS5 for your Jurassic Park. Are the dinos coming at you? Joe says, been watching a ton of anime lately. It's been really comforting. Oh my gosh. I want to watch more anime. I've heard really good things about something. It's like the King's Crowns something. It's very cute looking. And I can't remember the name of it at all. But if you know what's hot in anime right now, maybe you'll know. Ranking of Kings. Joe was on it. Oh my gosh. Also got the Lizzie McGuire. Yes. Oh my gosh. So did Kendall. Well, now I need to watch Lizzie McGuire. I love it. Yes. Ranking of Kings is on Funimation. It's so good. Is it Crunchyroll that I need for most anime? I think that's the one, but I've never really done a streaming service. I just haphazardly find anime on different things. Oh, it was great when we had HBO because then we got all the Ghibli movies. Oh my gosh, that was luxurious. But yeah, there's a distinct lack of anime in my life. And Joe, I'm so glad that you just have all the comfort anime. I want it. I want it now. I want to finish, there was a show that I used to watch, and I really liked it back in the day. What was it called? I can't remember the original show, but the spinoff was called Sinbad, I believe. And it was Legend of the Seven Seas kind of thing. Very, very fun. That's all I remember. But there's so much good anime out there. And I've heard nothing but good things about Ranking of Kings, so I want to get into that. Also, I've never seen Yuri on Ice. We talk about Yuri whenever Taylor is here, because Yuri the tortoise, but never seen that ice. Oh my gosh, you guys. Popping off. Oh, interesting. Dark Hour says, please, you need to get the free trial and watch it when all the episodes are out in dub. Oh, really? Dub? I got it. Rynn says, Funimation just bought out Crunchyroll. No, not sure what it means for the two yet. Interesting. Is that like a monopoly of anime? I feel like those are two of the biggest names, right? I mean, Funimation makes everything, or at least I feel like that, because I watched a whole lot of Yu Yu Hakusho, and every single time before it was like, Funimation, you should be watching. Kendall says, I'm so mad that Disney killed the new Lizzie McGuire with her being an adult. I think I heard something about that. Don't quote me on it, but it was something like Hilary Duff didn't like the way, like the writing for it or something like that. Am I crazy? Joe says, Anna, if you get the trial, I can recommend you so many animes. Okay, start making a list because I need those. Kendall says, is How I Met Your Father any good? Can I pretend that's the sequel? I have no idea. Joe says, Yuri on Ice, it's on my list. I'm gonna watch it next. Awesome. Yeah, and Joe says, I believe it was creative differences. Aw. Well, yeah, I have mixed feelings whenever that happens, because it's like, yeah, I wanted it to come out, but then also if I want a good version of it to come out, I don't want them to feel like, oh, here's the substandard thing, we're gonna throw it at you, because I've seen plenty of those that have not been good. Now, how are we gonna handle this salamando? However the heck I want. Okay, sounds good. Oh, yeah. I'm going to give it a light belly. Light belly. Do-do-do-do. And Anthony Jackson says, it's always creative differences. Sigh. I mean, if you made something, this is another thing. I think it was the Avatar new series of Avatar. that the entire creative team that was like behind the original animated series kind of parted ways with the show at a certain point because of creative differences. And I remember Anthony being like, uh-oh. Because I think we can all agree when the original peeps are like, I'm out, it's a big red flag. Like, what's so bad? What's something that the new team is like so gung-ho about that they actually parted ways with them and couldn't make it work? Ooh. What is happening? Okay, something's happening in the chat. They're becoming their own entity. Okay, let's see. What the heck is happening? Okay, you guys are popping off. Rynn says, Funimation and Crunchyroll have often had the same titles, but sometimes one will have the dub while the other doesn't, so it's been a bit chaotic trying to figure out where to watch. Gotcha. So hoping this will bring order to the chaos, but also, as you said, Monopoly? Ooh. Anthony Jackson says it's always creative differences. Okay, I know where I am now. Kendall says she wanted to have have the character deal with an adult life, and Disney didn't. They couldn't come to an agreement, so they killed it. Deal with an adult life? Like, how can they not have her be an adult? She's an adult. They're gonna try to have her be like a 12-year-old again. Rynn says, Commando Salamando. Oh, nose. Does he look like he's all in camo? Joe says, Commando Salamando, yes! Sticker sheet series. Yes, you must. Jake says, the Samandalorian. Please, lol. Samandalorian. Oh my gosh. Joe says, please, we need this. Salamandalorian. Kendall says, I mean, the people that would be watching would have been older, and it was supposed to be her grown up dealing with those life choices. Yeah. Jake says, have you ever drawn the Mandalorian or his little green buddy? I believe I've sketched Grogu, but I have not sketched the Mandalorian that I remember. No, I don't think I have. I used to do more Star Wars fan art back in the day. I actually had one pop off on Tumblr once upon a time. It was a little kid Obi-Wan with a little kid Darth Maul. And I think Obi-Wan ran up to Darth Maul and was like, do you want to play Siths and Jedis? It's pretty cute. Kendall says, I despise what they did with the That's So Raven sequel. Oh, I did not know they even made one. Joe says, the baby. I want to see the baby. That's exactly how you said it, right, Joe? Jake says, I think a person I went to high school with works in Funimation. Okay, get in there. Get in on the ground floor. We need to know more about this Funimation Crunchyroll thing going on, and you're going to get it for us. Joe says, a mate of mine used to work at Crunchyroll. We get those got those connections, Jake. Oh, yeah. Rynn says, salamander and oranges. Joe says, Salamandalorian is just so nice to say, too. Elisandra says, Grogu in my country's language means moonshine alcohol. Oh, that's so funny. I never knew. All right, since we're painting with greens and such, I feel like we have to do a little Grogu. Let's do a little Grogu. A little bit of oh my gosh, you guys don't even know how cute my maybe I should paint that. Okay. So is that on my phone or is that on I think it's on the computer. My sister has 2 daughters, and one of them just turned 5, and on her birthday she got a gift from her older brother, and it was a Grogu. Now this Grogu was like an instant hit at the birthday party, just like everybody's like, oh my gosh, the cutest. But her little sister just came up and was like, mine. Now the littlest one already has her own Grogu, but immediately glommed onto this toy, and it was the cutest picture I think I've ever taken of them, like of anyone, honestly, is just them. But I don't know if I feel comfortable sharing pictures of other people's kids on the internet without their permission, so I think I'll just maybe paint it and not show you the actual picture. If I can even find it. I just offloaded so many. Oh, I found it. So many pictures to my computer. It's so cute, though. Oh my gosh, she's just precious. Ugh. Okay, I have the picture here. Cool. So now I can use it as reference. So cute. Okay, that was a long and winding road to get to a story, but it's where we're at now. Okay. Basically, it's just her standing there, but she's got this cute as heck outfit on, and then Grogu is just right here. She's hugging him, and his little hand comes up like this. And his little face is just like right here. Oh, the head is such a weird shape because it's Grogu, you know? Aliens do be like that, though. Such a weird way to like show you guys a picture is drawing it. Anyways, so a few days later, my sister sends a picture to the family group chat, and it's both of them with each of their Grogus. It's so freaking cute. She's just like, what? And she's got these gigantic eyes. A little smile. Cutie. And then these big wellies. There you go. Now you get to see my little niece with her Grogu. Wow. Kendall says this is the best way and only way to share photos. The eyes look haunting. That's not her, it's me. Jake says, I love it so much. Jesus, spectacular. Vampire baby, says Rynn. You want to see the baby? Here's the baby. Okay, so let's actually draw Grogu. Grogu is so dang cute, and I will probably not even do justice because the cuteness is just off the charts. But it's a real wide head, real big eyes. Those ears go on for days. I feel like the ears are... See, this is one of the things. When everything feels like it's massive, the proportions are super important because it's just like big eyes, big ears, big cheeks, all that kind of stuff. Then it's all big. So you have to have something small in proportion, right? What is his nose like? Time to look for reference. Grogu. Oh my gosh, the littlest button nose. Look at that guy. Look at that tiny little schnoz. Ugh. And the old man pouchy lips. Ugh, I love it. I love that mix of old, young. I don't know, for some reason, it's the best. Jake says, I'm so happy right now. I'm so glad. Oh, this is what Jake has been waiting for the entire time. Just of life. This is what it's all been for. Okay, so very distinct wrinkling on the forehead. Has like the... Not important, Anna. This is not the most important part of the design. Okay, tiniest little button nose. And then the little pouchy lips. My gosh. But kind of looks smiley because of the tucking at the corners. Where it's like those corners go real deep. It's the little... Now this is like a study of him. If I were drawing him for just myself, I would probably stylize it a lot more. Tiny little chin. The entire eye is black. It's just all the depths of the soul. Love the simplicity of his ears. Good job, designers. Also, if you haven't seen Book of Boba Fett, you should. Just for some good content. Yes. Rynn says old young aesthetics. Yes, it's so cute. D says, right? How cool seeing the steps. Jake says, I didn't even realize it until we were talking about some Mandalorians. Agreed. You know, I think that Salamandalorians, I feel like for some reason it's like one step too much for my brain, will need to live on. So Jake, I'm gonna give you some of this work. I'm gonna delegate it. Make the Salamandalorian a reality for me. Yes, sound good. Also, the clothing design for Grogu is just genius. Like, whoever thought of just like a little burlap sack on this bebe, you are a genius. I wonder how many rounds of iteration that kind of design went through. And how proud they are of it. Like, oh my gosh, nailed it on the head. I would like to see the baby. Here's the baby. Okay, now if I'm drawing him... Oh my gosh, wait. No, I have to have a frog friend. No, okay, so it's going to be a frog. And it's going to have eyes. And it's going to have like a little, maybe like a leaf. It's just like his friend. Does that make sense? But like, oh wait, its eyes have to be like... Doesn't need the circles. There you go. There you go. Boom. Got it. Jake says, yes. Jake also says, agreed. I'm guessing about you drawing the Salamandalorian. Yes, yes, yes. Much better than Benjamin Button. Agreed. Rynn says, little doggos like Shih Tzus and their grizzled little doggo beards always remind me of little old men when they bark and make faces. I agree. Pardons for all. Pardon equals forgiveness. Pardon frog? Pardon. You know? The frog is important. We have to pardon the frog. The frog. King Frog over here. Good. Because Grogu has a taste for some amphibious life forms. So if I were to draw Grogu... Whoops, that was the wrong layer. Every time James uses my computer, he turns on auto select, and I'm like, no. That is not how I operate. Okay, so let's see. What would Grogu be doing? I mean, my favorite thing that he does is just move. Like, whenever he moves in Boba Fett, I'm just... Jake says, here comes the good stuff. You can't put that kind of pressure on. No. Okay. I'm going to look at some Grogu pictures to get some ideas here. Oh my gosh, his ears going back whenever they ride fast. Fantastic. Maybe him in a bag? I don't know. I love that too. And he's in like a little satchel. Bless you. James just sneezed. He has like his little fingers coming out. There's one sketch. Sure. We'll call it a sketch. We'll choose between them, okay? Oh my gosh, there's a picture of him with the darksaber. It's amazing. Oh man. Oh, Rynn says Gesundheit, James. Oh man. Rynn says also, we recently marathoned all the Ice Age movies. Somehow I did not see them when I was younger. Oh wow. All the Ice Age movies. How many are there now? I feel like 1 million. Oh, Kendall says, anyone else just see a glitch at the top? Oh my gosh. It's glitching out, man. Oh, wow. Rynn says the 6th just came out. Wow, that's a lot. Oh, I do love a little serene moment where like he's sitting on a rock and his body is just basically a lump but with like little bits of information, and then his head is just, well, actually the collar is like one of the biggest things. Good stuff, good stuff. I think his body might even need to be squashed down a little. And it looks like I mean, they don't really show his legs. So it's more like this fabric is like tucked in to show that his legs are like crossed. And then there's just a little hand coming out to be like, and it's all about those big wrinkles because, man, this thing is oversized. Something like that. Jake says he's just a sack of potatoes. I love this so much. I don't think you realize how happy this is making me. Oh, I'm so glad. You deserve all the happiness in the world. And if I could give it to you by sketching little Grogu's, this is what we do from now on. This is just our lives. We're here. We do this. Kendall says, Anna, draw. Let me see if it's still happening. Because if it's still glitching for a moment while you were sketching. Okay, it looks back to normal. Okay, cool. Jake says, they're pretty good movies. There's a show now, right? On Disney Plus? Oh, I had no idea. Rynn says, apparently there was a lawsuit with a person who created Scrat. I don't know the details, but methinks there was a settlement. That means no more Scrat in future Ice Age shenanigans. Wow, that's unfortunate. I mean, it's really hard to, I don't know, suss that out because I'm always going to want to side with the creator, especially over a massive monopoly like Disney has. They bought Blue Sky and then basically just shut it down, which is not cool. But also, like, I don't know, moving forward without Scrat, he's a major character. He's like an entire part of the cinematic universe is like Scrat's adventures. Hey, Wade's up in here. We're drawing Grogu. Life is good. We're gonna just do some sketches and figure out what we want out of life. But really what we want is Grogu. More Grogu. So how are you doing today, Wade? You having a good one? Everybody check out Wade's streams. He streams here regularly on Behance and has been doing... Is it still the hand challenge right now? It's a challenge to draw a bunch of hands. And of course he nailed it like... a week into it. Was like, oh yeah, I did it. And I just love that so much. Jake's just screaming in the chat, it's Grogu time. Oh my gosh. D says, what's the point of buying something just to shut it down? Sad. Yeah, it really is sad. We're talking about Blue Sky being bought and then shut down basically by Disney. There's no real point to it. It just is monopoly building. It feels bad, man. Thank you so much, Kendall, for putting a link in the chat for Wade's streams. Wade says, I heard you were streaming, so I came over as soon as I can. Aw. And Wade is still doing hand studies. Yes, awesome. So if you want to get better or see how awesome people draw hands, go check out Wade's streams. Okay, so we could have like, I don't know. Well, in this picture, it's like raining, but with a backlight, so it's like a bunch of glow happening on these surfaces and like subsurface scattering with the ears. That is one of the things I'm so happy about every time I see Grogu as like a 3D animated character. They use so much subsurface scattering with the ears, which is when the light goes through a fleshy bit and it becomes like hot pink. I feel like they just know every time. Lighting, nailed it. Anyways, there's another one. Zip, zam, zoom, zippity bop. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, Joe, I was like, who did you lose? Joe was saying, so upset we lost Nimona, but maybe one day, or I suppose left off. Yeah, Nimona was one of the movies that they were working on at Blue Sky, I believe, and it's based off of, again, I believe, so don't quote me on this, graphic novel, right? Which I've heard only good things about, so I really hope that that gets picked up. But whenever it's some kind of IP, like a graphic novel, book, whatever, usually it will get picked up eventually, especially if they were somewhat in production. That means that they knew it was a great story, so they're gonna go for it. Rynn says, use the force, Anna. Drawing. I have to be one with the force, and I'm not. I'm like 5 with the force. Kendall says, I think that they have to wait for the rights to expire so they can bring Nimona back. That's upsetting. Just wait it out, you know. Can't they just like hand it over or buy it? Oh, Anthony Jackson says, hands are a challenge for everyone. Truth. You speak only the truth, sir. Oh, classic Grogu holding the teacup. Oh, so good, so good. Okay. I feel like it has been a little overdone. However, on the other hand, have I drawn it? No. Okay, I should get like basic things down before working in folds. Slow down, Anna. You don't have to rush the Grogu. Just enjoy the ride. You know, I could pop one of these on like a little birthday card, and basically all of my family would freak out, so this is good use. It's funny because I so rarely do fan art these days. Don't know why. Just I don't know. There's very few like original images that enter my mind. Like I could draw a character like this, case in point. But I don't really feel like I'm adding much to it. I feel like I'm just kind of doing it. And so I think that's, maybe I just have like more of a high standard of what I want to put out if I'm making something. Like I could definitely draw it for myself. And I've done art, like little fan arts that I don't put out there. I just do it for myself because I want to. But it's few and far between, I gotta say. Definitely compared to my old self, who would make fan art like I was drinking water, man. And it is fun. Love fan art. Nothing against it. He's got those little tucked cheeks. Such a cutie, I gotta say. What? There. His ear feels a little far out on this side. Far out, man. Yeah. Cutie patootie. This guy didn't really get a face, did he? Nah, should be. Oh, I see glitching. Yeah, that was weird. Kendall, is that what you're talking about? I don't know if you saw it. You guys, amazing. Kendall says Disney killed it with 75% of the film done, which was so upsetting. That sucks. Rynn says Anna Artist Court. My new screen name. Oh man, Jake says I am in love, Anna. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, this is the best I could possibly imagine, is just making Jake happy today. Boop, boop, boop. Little not chin corners, lip corners. See, that's the point of doing the study beforehand, is you kind of get a feel for what the face makeup is, and then you could go in and stylize it much more confidently. Whether that confidence is misplaced or not, you be the judge, but at least I feel more confident. His ears! Ah! Just, you know, lump, 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 lump. I would definitely do this as like a little line layer in there. It looks like a spider web. Oh my gosh. Oh, you cutie. Kendall says, yup, it's a weird glitch. Haha, I found it. I'm gonna save just in case. Sometimes when that artifacting happens, that is what it looks like when a file gets corrupted. It just like takes chunks out of it and like places them somewhere else. Anthony Jackson says, fan art is awesome, but there's nothing like creating originals. Nothing nothing wrong with them either. Or with either of them. Agreed. I think people should just create what they want to create, and then after that, when they're getting jobs and stuff, they create what they need to create. But before you have to do anything, you should do whatever the heck you want. And between doing what you have to do. Just like me. Right now, I don't have to do this. I just want to. Anthony Jackson says Artist Court is a cool name. Rynn says if you're still using a reflector, the visual glitch could be from it, though I have no idea how to fix it. No, this isn't reflector. This is just straight Photoshop and then screen capture in OBS. And I'm seeing it on the Cintiq in Photoshop, so it's definitely like that kind of problem. But so far it doesn't seem to be hurting anything too badly. I feel like it's just, I don't know, maybe this file is too big for it. I don't know. It's weird. Are you guys feeling any one of these sketches so far, or would you just like to see some more sketches? Because I could keep sketching. I could just keep going forever. Jake says, can I have the sketch page as a wallpaper? Jake, you could have whatever you want. Just take it all. I'll send you the PSD. You can do whatever you want with it. Let's see. Rynn says, but wait, you're on a PC, so no reflector. Ignore me. I agree, or I appreciate you trying to troubleshoot it no matter what. So thank you. Rynn says all of them. Yes, agreed. Oh, and Kendall says potato one. But they're all potatoes. They're all just little potatoes. Okay, something I have to do is fill in the eyes because they're a little creepy. Let's go storybook color. Should it be like a slightly darker green? I'm not sure. Should we actually like paint these guys up, or is that too much? We have, oh yeah, we have like 15 minutes. So they're not gonna get painted up today, but maybe someday. Oh, okay. And then we can give them little shines because it looks soulless whether they're empty, full, or whatever. But then once you like add the little shine, hopefully that gives them a little more not gonna kill you kind of feels. Also, we could give them a little bit of whites of the eyes because I see that in some of the pictures of him. But it's kind of like a dog where it's mostly filled, and then if they look really far to the side, suddenly you can see the little whites on the side. Jake says if I had to pick one, I like the one in the bag the best, I think. Oh, such a cutie, just poking out of a little lumpy bag. All right, then I know what to make for your birthday, which is coming up very quickly, actually, isn't it? Is it the 22nd, Jake? You don't have to say yes if you don't want everybody to know. But whatever you agree to. 24th. Okay, excellent. And Rynn says bag needs to be upside down potato bag. Oh, and Jake's sister is on this 22nd. That's awesome. You got the what sign is this? February. That's not. Oh, is it Aquarius still? We just looked that up for my niece's birthday, and oh, it's Pisces. That's when it switches. Okay, gotcha. So she's Aquarius. We only learned that at her birthday because everybody was like, I don't know what sign she is. Nobody really cares. It's just for funsies, but beginning of Pisces. Oh, so you and your sister, the two, the fishes. Yeah? Rynn says, ooh, happy birthday to yous and your sister. Yeah, that's right. Kendall says, darn, this is fueling my urge to eat potato chips. BRB, hungry. I agree. Eat potato chips. Be a potato. Eat the potato. Be the rainbow. Right? Whoop. Uh-oh, he lost his eyes. Don't you hate when that happens? Just needed more separation between that ear and him. Okay, so potato sack is apparently a fave, so we need to just sketch a little bit more on that one, obviously. I would like to see a potato. Show me the potato. So, a potato sack, how can you tell it's upside down? Honestly, what I need to do is look up reference of like a crumpled potato sack, but who's got the time? Me. I am the one who's supposed to do that. Whoops. So that would be, it says potato upside down. Should it say it in the Star Wars language though? Come on. Jake says they are really also great. It says potatoes upside down on it. Well, yeah, same brain. Oh, I love it. Okay, so it really is a potato sack that everybody knows about. Is this a thing? I need to look in my reference of it just to see this. All I see is like, well, the one I was using for reference is this one. De bebe. And that's definitely like a hefty sack of some sort, but I made it more of a flopsy sack. Boop, boop. I'm gonna put like little stitching down this side, I think. Or like a seam, that's what it is. And then let's potato it up. Should it be like off the edge? Pull. Now the wrinkles get into it and it's a whole thing. Does the potato bag have potato doggo on it? Oh my gosh. Potato branded. Oh, cute though. I just looked up the Star Wars alphabet, so totally a possibility. I on the Ellie and Me book that I did for the Star Wars universe, I actually put in quite a few things that were like Star Wars language writing, because there is a language for it. And they said, like, for the most part, take it away. I was gonna put little Easter eggs in there where it's like, you know, the cantina or whatever, but I think there are hardcore fans who would, I don't know, maybe take umbrage. I also think, I wonder if that would be a thing for if it was translated into multiple languages, if that would be an issue at all. I mean, it's a fantasy language, right? So it wouldn't, I don't know. How does that work? What do you think of the potato? Potato. But then there's a little bebe. I want to see the bebe. This guy also needs more distance. I can go the distance. Whoops. I don't care how far. Somehow I'll stay strong. Speaking of Disney. Oh, he lost his eyes again. Oh, no. We were talking about eye health too. It all comes together. Oh my gosh. Da baby. Oh man. Jake says, lol, this book is not canon. Once everything's canon, it's too much pressure creating new things in that world. There's no way you know as much as like a super fan. Rynn says the Arabesh alphabet. That's what it is. That's what it's called. So are you brushed up on your Arabesh? Are you brushed up? Oh my gosh, you guys get what I'm trying to say. Rynn says the child has become the potato. Jake says full circle. I am. Wait, are you actually brushed up on your Arabesh? Is that what you're saying? Oh my gosh, just hollow eyes looking into the distance. Okay, we can make these fingers a little more fingery. We have the power, the technology. It's in our hands. It's within our grasp. Doesn't Doesn't he have like little fingernails too? At least he did on the toy that my niece got. Oh yeah, he's got claws. Oh man. Look at his little hands. Ah! They're 3-fingered for sure. Oh my gosh, look at that old man lip. I love him so much. Ah, so good. Yes, little claws, Jake says. Jake, have you not like made all the fan art of Grogu? Because I feel like in your spirit, it's there. Is it freaky to make it claw-like? Yeah, it's a little freaky. I'm gonna make them... I might just go back. Back. Bring it back. It's funny how much I think of him as like a little cutie, but then yeah, look at those fingers clawing over and it's just like... A chill runs up your spine. Oh, Jake says not really. There was a time when I was writing using it. Oh my gosh, amazing. Jake says, yes, little claws. I have only made one and it was creepy looking. I will make the Salamandalorian though. I'll hold you to it, okay? Salamandalorian must prevail. Right? Rynn says, baby hand daggers. Murder mittens, says Kendall. Honestly, if a child had that, do you know how damaged you would be? Like, they already have little knives on their fingers. Putting actual claws, that would be a lot. Saying putting as if you have a choice or something, but just like Mando, you have no choice in this. Grogu is just a part of your life now. And he comes with claws. I'm so glad you guys all know like Mandalorian stuff and everything. And I'm sorry for the one person who's probably like, I haven't watched anything Star Wars and I don't want to, because you're missing out on this little guy. Like, oh, so sad. Like, your life. I'm sorry. It just needs a little extra Grogu in it. Those ears are outrageous. Who gave you those ears? Who gave you permission? I mean, Yoda. I still remember the days of baby Yoda. Ugh, so good. I really wonder though, is this going to be the new Minion for like our generation, where we just like share a bunch of Minion memes, or not Minion memes, you know, Grogu memes forever, and it becomes like the moms, the dads or whatever, they love this little character and he's everywhere. He's on all the stickers, all the little you know, bumper stickers and stuff. Kendall says, you mean me, who doesn't have Disney Plus and am behind on Star Wars times because of this? All right, we need to gift Kendall like a month of Disney Plus so you could just catch up on all the Star Wars things, because maybe more than a month, because there's a lot. Ibrahim says, yeah, that's me. I don't know anything about Star Wars related. You know nothing about it? I want to gift you the Grogu. No, it's fine. You don't have to be a part of it. Just know that this guy is cute. That's the most important thing. But honestly, he's like a million times cuter because of stuff he does, not just his design. That's why he's successful. But really, truly, this has been a joy to paint or draw, whatever you call it. It's been a fun day. So much thanks to you guys. And also thanks to Grogu. So whoever designed Grogu, like initially, thank you. Thank you very much. You've brought a lot of happiness to this world. That's what we aspire to do, right? All of us are just like, I want to design the next Grogu. Kendall says, I mean, I love Star Wars, but I'm just late to the Disney Plus game. I understand. At a certain point, it's just a heck of a lot to catch up on. Anthony Jackson says, well, I haven't watched any Star Wars, but I would like to. I wasn't allowed to watch Star Wars back in the day for some reason. Oh, man. Gotta catch up. I feel like you'd really like it, Anthony Jackson. I feel like that's kind of your vibe, is somewhat sci-fi, but also heroic. Jake says, I mean, yes, but Grogu will never be as irritating as the Minions. Never say never. Who knows what it'll be in like 10 years. Kendall says, don't worry. I'm working on the K-drama angle for Disney Plus. Yes. Exactly. Ibrahim says, I want to, but I don't know where to start. Haha. I know. That's the forever problem, right? It's like, but where? I think just starting anywhere that looks interesting to you is probably the best way to go into it. Jake says, you should, Anthony, for the world, ships, and character designs, if nothing else. Exactly. It's so inspiring. Kendall says, I am here for the soundtrack #1 to come out on Disney Plus. They have entered the K-drama market. Oh, heck yeah. Joe says, ooh, so much to catch up on. Grogu is life. And Rynn saying we're nearing the end of the stream. Thank you so much for putting that together, Rynn. You're amazing. Everybody claps for the mods. Whoop, 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 whoop. Everybody who is a part of this stream makes it what it is, and the mods are like the pillars of the building or whatever, if we're creating some kind of analogy around architecture, which I did not set up at all. So you're all load-bearing walls. Oh man. Anyway, sorry, I'm being weird. But this has been a lovely stream. As I said, I've enjoyed it so much. This looks like his arm, but I want it to be his sleeve, so I gotta like make it more sleevey. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Yes, it's been a joy to hang out with y'all. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and Wednesday. I will see you again on Thursday. Hopefully by then my wire will have arrived, so I will be able to plug in my camera again. And once that happens, the second it happens, I'm doing a traditional art stream because I am craving it so badly. And this was literally like the only way I could get myself to come and do digital art today was just saying that I didn't have to draw any one thing. I could draw whatever I wanted. So thank you for being a part of that and giving inspiration and spurring on this Grogu-ness. Jake, this file's coming at you. We also created a little salamander friend that we did not finish painting because Grogu took over life. And then we also painted a little mossy cat, Massimo. You guys remember Massimo from Luca? This is a different kind of Massimo. But thank you so much for joining us. We will see you again at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Anthony probably won't be here again this week on Thursday, but maybe next week. Who knows? Until next time, remember to wear a mask, wash your hands, get vaccinated, get boosted, be kind to yourself and to others. Remember that you are loved, and just have a lovely rest of your day. I will see you in the after party. Bye-bye. Mossy meow, says Rynn. Oh my gosh. Jake says, thank you so much, Anna. You are incredible. Oh, you guys are really hyping me up today. Thank you so much for that. Ibrahim says, thanks for the fun streaming, Anna, and the chats. Of course. Yes. And if you guys ever want to chat further, of course, we have the Discord link, blah, blah, blah. So in today's after party, I want to go cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots. Oh, Wade says later. See ya. Have a great day, Wade. So favorite Star Wars characters, Grogu's gotta be like at the top, gotta say. I always love the Darth Sith kind of designs. Darth Maul is just the coolest. My little brother once did a Halloween costume where he painted his own face in the Darth Maul like configuration, which if you've seen Darth Maul, it's really intricate. He has so many little patterns on his face, and my brother was like, I don't know, 4, and he did it all himself, and it was amazing. So good. Jake says Mandalorian is his all-time favorite. Mando with his armor, so cool. Ibrahim says there's an after party. Since when? Anthony and I started doing this like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, something like that. We accidentally left the mic on once, and so then we decided to make it intentional. It's just a fun little, you know, for those who want to be here, a little extra. But I never know what to talk about, so I bring up something like, well, especially when I'm alone, I have no idea what to talk about. Anthony and I could talk for days and never stop, so. Oh, I miss him, though. I haven't talked to him in a while just because he's been so busy with work, and I'm like, oh, We talk every day and then nothing. Ugh. But it's fine. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. He's fine. We're fine. Okay, anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have just the best luck in life and everything. Bye.